come flying down during one of our broadcasts.
Oh,
And
that
we're
would be
live
awesome. Hey guys, I'm Kim from Remax Encore, and today, once again, I'm here with Roy.
with Stockton Mortgage. Welcome, Kim. It's
Yay!
good to see you again.
Nice to see you. I'm glad we jumped on here. Sorry we missed last week, but we were crazy busy with clients
Yeah,
with very successful closings, so that was exciting.
it is. It is. That's a good thing.
Yeah, so I'm going to jump on here and answer a couple of viewers' questions that I have, and then I'm going to turn it over to Roy. As you can see on the bottom, it says down payment assistance we're going to talk about, so we'll touch base on that in a little bit. So
Cool.
I wanted to jump on here real quick and answer one of the questions that came in is what kind of credit score do I need to buy a home? Again, this is a Roy question, but what I believe is the lowest is about 580, depending on what loan program you go with. Is that correct, Roy?
Very good. Yeah. So our standard answer is going to be 580. FHA going to be the only program. We have done lower than that, depending on the situation. The issue is when you get into a 580 or less, the credit usually isn't where it needs to be. So case by case, anything under 580, there are some additional requirements as far as assets, reserves, things like that. But yeah, 580 is the short answer is 580. You are correct.
Perfect. I love it. So for everybody who says, oh no, I only have a 640 or 660, reach out to us.
Yeah.
There might be a loan program out there that we can get you in. So don't be afraid of your credit score, the Credit Karma and all that you look up as individuals is different than what a lender looks at. It could be better. It could be worse. You never know. Reach out to a lender. They'll let you know what your actual score is. And you may qualify for a house and not even know it. So look into that.
Kim has heard my speech on this, that Credit Karma is not accurate. It's either high or low, but it gives you a good idea of what's on there and allows you to track. If your score goes up on Credit Karma, there's a good chance it's going up on what I'm going to pull as far as a mortgage.
Lots of information on that one. Next viewer's question was, how much do I have to pay an agent to help me buy a house? So technically how the whole process works with a buyer's agent getting paid is not from you. So that's the good news is you don't have to technically spend any money to pay your realtor in helping you find a house. So how do they get paid? They get paid from the seller paying their agent, which is called the listing agent, and the listing agent pays the buyer's agent. So that's how we get paid. The buyer doesn't pay the commission, the listing agent does. Now, if we show you a house that's for sale by owner, then your buyer's agent would negotiate with the seller, see if they'd be willing to pay a commission. Then the seller would pay your agent directly. Now, if you're doing a for sale by home and the seller says, I'm not paying any commission, ain't anything happening. Guess who's paying that commission then?
Yeah.
The buyer.
Yeah. But as the negotiator that Kim is, sometimes that can be worked out with the for sale by owner as well. And the nice thing is don't wait to do your search because you think you need to pay Kim. No. Kim's going to get paid by the seller basically in a roundabout way. So it doesn't cost you anything for Kim to start a search for you, get you set up on a search so you can see what's in the market.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's free to you. I give you top-notch servers from beginning to end, and it costs you nothing. Disregard that phone. It may ring a couple times. I apologize for that. So the other question is, how long does it take for a seller to respond to my offer? So technically, when you put an offer in, when we write an offer for you, we put a deadline on the contract. And usually it's the very following day. So if we write an offer, we submit it by 5 p.m. One day we put the deadline by 3 the next day. The seller can respond the day that we put in the offer, or they have up until the deadline to respond. Sometimes a lot of sellers will put their homes on the market and say, I'm not looking at any offers for 3 days. So then your offer would be sitting on their table for 3 days. The seller would go ahead and look at all the offers that came in, review them, and then respond the very following day. So technically there is a deadline for sellers to review your offer on the contract. And I believe that's the second to last page on your contract.
So question on that situation, if the seller says we're not reviewing any offers till Monday at 5 o'clock, has there been a situation where they have reviewed it before then because you had
Absolutely.
such a great offer? Okay.
Absolutely. So sellers do reserve the right, even though they say they're not looking at any offers until Monday at 5, and it's let's say
Sunday
it's
afternoon.
Thursday. Let's say it's
Okay.
Thursday. We submit an offer that they can't refuse. They'll go ahead and accept it and
Okay.
take the house off the market. So
Cool.
do they have to wait till Monday? No, but they're doing that so they can see what all comes in.
Right. Get as many offers in as they can. Okay, I got you.
Yes, unless there's a good one that they can't refuse and they don't want to pass that one up. And how long does the process take once an offer is accepted to get to closing? Well, typically is 30 days. Sometimes it's 45 days, only because the appraisers are so backed up.
Or the seller maybe doesn't want to move out that quick.
That too. So we can do a temporary occupancy agreement. But if you ask Roy, hey, when's the soonest you can get me in there? Based on appraisals, it would be roughly about 30 days.
Right.
Am I right about that, Roy?
Yeah. And then the change with desktop appraisals may shorten that up, that we could do it. We've done closings. We've been cleared to close as short as 2.5, 3 weeks. So,
and that's with a mortgage.
Yeah. So it's just got to be the right situation. If you're down in Hohenwald or Summertown, appraisals are hard to get turned around really quick there. So
right. Usually in Lawrenceburg, it takes a couple weeks.
Yeah.
14 days, couple weeks. But to my surprise, I just got a buyer under contract, and we have the appraisal coming out 3 days after it went under contract. So quick. You just never know. And how long does it take for the appraisal to get back to the lender? Once the appraiser goes out there, they have technically up to 10 days. Right, Roy? 10 days to get the report back to you?
Yeah, VA has a set time. When we order an appraisal, we get an ETA for it to get back. So we don't know when they're going to schedule it, but we at least have an ETA of a date. Like, for example, on one of our clients, the ETA was the 14th. I think that works out to about 10 days total from start to finish, or 14 days, somewhere around there. So it just depends. We don't necessarily get X amount of days after they inspect the property. It's just they give us an ETA and they figure out what it's going to take them.
Okay. And it varies.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It varies for sure. And the last viewer's question is, what is the first step to home buying process? Well, we definitely went over that in a previous video, and I would love for you to go back and take a look at all our videos. Those are great questions, because there's always a very important step to it, and it's getting pre-approved. So go back, look at our videos. If you have any questions, let us know on that. But today we're going to be talking about down payment assistance, which is part of the loan program process. Okay. So I'm going to let Roy take it over from here and see what we can find out today.
All right. So down payment assistance. There are still a lot of people that think you need 20% down to purchase a home, which you don't. There are still a lot of people that won't purchase a home or aren't talking to Kim yet because they don't have the money for the down payment. Down payment assistance programs, and they vary from state to state. So I'm going to give you a very broad range, but it's money either through a government program, government bond, that can go towards your down payment and closing costs, depending on the amount. So for example, Tennessee, the THDA program is two options, $6,000 or 6% up to, I believe it's $22,500 towards your down payment and closing costs. So this is not free money. Once upon a time, it was a grant forgiven after a certain amount of time. Illinois, I believe, still has one program that if you stay in the house for 10 years, they forgive the amount of the money that they gave you. So it's still out there, varies from place to place. And there are multiple down payment assistance programs within each state as well. There's 2 we do in Tennessee, plus a 3rd we can do in other states as well. So, but the whole goal of this money is to free up any money you've got saved to go towards your down payment or to go towards your closing costs, and to have the down payment covered for you. There are restrictions or requirements. Credit score, most of them are 640 credit score or higher. You do have income restrictions. You can't make $300,000 a year and get down payment assistance money. And there are purchase price restrictions as well. So I'd love to tell you each of the requirements, but it depends where you're buying, what your situation is, what loan program it is. For example, once again, Tennessee, if you're a veteran, you get a little bit better interest rate than if you are not a veteran through their Home of the Brave program. So it's It's available to everybody. Some of them have to be a first-time home buyer, not all of them. So those are the details that we'll go over when we do our initial call with you to find out your situation, see how we can help out.
And like Roy said, it just depends on location, right?
Yeah, it can.
For loan programs, what's available out there,
Yep.
your income, credit score. So as long, even though we said, you know, you can get a loan program as low as 580, you still have restrictions on some of the loan programs, just like you have restrictions on the down payment assistance program as
Right.
well.
Yeah, and if you come to us and you are looking in, let's say Lawrence County, that income limit could be different from Davidson County. So we kind of look at it by county basis.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that all sounds good. I think we wrapped it up for today. It is rainy and cold, and it's April 8th, and it's sleeting outside.
It is. We were just in shorts a couple days ago, weren't we? Sunny in the shorts. One last thing on down payment assistance. So I guess that to wrap it up or to finalize things, don't let I don't have a down payment money keep you from buying a house. Reach out to us. Reach out to Kim. Reach out to myself. Let us see what we can do. It's a little tough in some areas, but I tell people if you can afford to rent the next home you're going to rent, so you got your first, your last, and your security deposit, that money is probably enough to get you into a house with down payment assistance. So give us a call before you decide to sign that next lease.
In that lease, we can get you into a mortgage that's going to be cheaper than the rental that's out there. These rental prices are just ridiculous. I mean, it just is. That's just a fact. They're horrible. You know, a couple of years ago, you could rent a house in Columbia for $800. Now they're what, 2,000? I mean, it just varies, but it's gone up quite a bit. And don't get me wrong, there's beautiful rentals out there. It's just that you're up against 15, 20 other people in line for the rental too.
Yep. And the thing to remember too is either way, you're paying a mortgage. If you're renting or if you're buying, you're paying a mortgage. But if you're renting, you're paying somebody else's mortgage.
Yeah.
So let's see what we can get for you to pay your own mortgage.
Right. Have your own house, no restrictions, tear down a wall if you want to, paint the walls,
whatever color you want.
Yes. And I just wanted to mention too, I think that Roy and I are matching again. I just realized
we are.
I don't know how we do this because it's crazy. Last week or 2 weeks ago, it was gray and now it's this pinkish purple thing.
We had green, but green for St. Patrick's Day. That was because Kim told me, go get a green shirt.
I know he had some kind of like was it gray or white? I'm like, what are you doing? Go get changed. Absolutely.
So she keeps me in line, but she did not send me a memo on what color to wear today.
Oh, that's so funny. So we're going to stay tuned and not only to see what we have to say, but to see what color we're going to wear next week. See if we match.
Can we match up again?
That would be awesome. You know, that means Roy and I are in sync. So we make a great team. We have a lot of people in our team. We have home inspectors. We have appraisers. We have a termite company. We have a pest company. We have title companies. We're your one-stop shop. One call. That's all.
There you go. I like that. All right. Have a good weekend.
We'll see you later, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye, Kim.